Hello, it's Gem Games here once again and welcome to this new Unreal Engine 5 tutorial. In this video we're going to add this weapon and also all these animations that I have created for you guys. So yeah, let's get started. So, what you want to do first is you want to go to the link in the description. Actually, I will put two links there. And you want to download this military weapon silver and also this pistol 1 folder. Okay? After you have done that, you want to go to your project, select the content folder, show in Explorer, and go back to the horror game. Now, the military weapon silver, let's open it, open the data, so you can see the content folder. Now, when you move the content folder here, where the other content folder is, it should add it correctly. Now when we click here, we cannot see it. So let's actually try to reopen our project. Now, after you have reopened the project, you should see all the content. Now when we go to weapon, you can see we have here all these nice weapons. And we will be using this pistol A first. But you can use any of these that you want, but you will have to adjust the sockets and so on. So let's start with the pistol A. Okay, but now next thing is we want to import the animations. So let's go to the blueprints, animations, and let's create here a folder called pistol 1. Let's open it. Let's go back to the here to the pistol 1 folder that we downloaded. Now let's select all these animations, move them to here, select our skeleton, which will be our SK mannequin. Okay, import all. It will take a little while. After that, you should see all these animations here, and you can try if they work, and they work. Okay? So, the next thing that I want to do is, let's select our pistol 1 hands up and pistol 1 hands down. And let's actually move these to the in-air folder. Okay? Simple as that. So now that we are here, what we can do, we can select, for example, our flashlight in air BS, and we can duplicate it. And let's call this pistol 1 in air, air BS. Now let's open it. Here we have this flashlight falling hands down. Let's change it to the pistol 1 hands down. Okay. And now the flashlight falling hands up. Let's change it to pistol 1 hands up. Now it looks like this. Okay, simple as that. Now let's save. We can close this. So the next thing, we want to go back to the animations folder. And here, let's go to the flashlight folder, and we have this flashlight BS. Let's duplicate it, and let's call it pistol 1 BS. Let's move it to the pistol 1 folder. Like that. Now, let's go to the pistol 1 folder. Here, let's open the pistol 1 BS, and let's change these animations also. So, flashlight idle to the pistol 1 idle somewhere here. Pistol. Oh, it's just called pistol idle. But yeah, it doesn't matter. Flashlight walk. Let's change it to pistol 1 walk. Flashlight walk is here, the second one at the speed 500 here. Let's change it to be pistol 1 run. I think I created, yes, pistol 1 run. So now we have this idle, walking, and sprinting animations here. Save and close. Now let's duplicate this one more time and let's call this pistol 1 ADS BS. Let's open it. And pistol idle will be pistol 1 ADS. Yeah. Pistol 1 walk, it will be pistol 1 ADS walk. And pistol 1 run will be pistol 1 ADS run. So now we have this idle, walking, and sprinting animations here. Okay. And we want to leave the first one rate scale 1, second one rate scale 1, and third one rate scale 2. Okay, save and close. Now, what we want to do is we want to add a socket to our skeletal mesh. So let's actually open any one of these animations. So we can click here and open our skeleton. Okay, now let's find our hand or bone, which will be here. Let's right click and let's add a socket. Hand or socket, let's call it pistol 1. Okay, now let's right click under the flashlight and remove all attached assets. Sorry, I'm a little bit sick, so my brain doesn't work fully. So let's select the pistol 1 socket again, and let's add preview asset, and let's add the pistol 1. Pistol A is called. Okay. Now I already created the socket on my other project, so I will check the values. So relative location should be around -8.9. On the X, on the Y, it should be 2.9. And on the Z, -1.25. You can adjust this later. Rotation, X will be -3.8. Y will be 5.8. And Z will be 65. Something like that. It doesn't look correct yet, but it will be soon. Okay, you can adjust it later. Okay, now let's save. Let's close this. And let's go back to the blueprints folder. And let's open our PP player character. Now let's temporarily add this pistol mesh to here, because we will add the code later on the next episode where we actually equip and unequip it. So let's right click under the character mesh. Let's select it. Let's add a skeletal mesh. Let's just call this gun or weapon or whatever. It doesn't matter. We will delete it on the next episode. Now let's select our pistol A. Let's go to the viewport. Now, when we compile, actually, we will have to add it to the socket. So let's click from here and let's search for our pistol 1 socket, which you can see here. Now, you might have to set this transform location and rotation back to 0, but in my case, it worked automatically. Now you can see we have the pistol on hand. Okay, so compile, save, and we can actually close this now. So the next thing that we want to do is we want to go back to the animations and we want to open the APP player. And here on the APP player, what we want to do. I'm on the character rotation. I don't need to be here nor here. Actually, we don't have to do here anything yet. Let's create a new variable, which will be called weapon in use index, and it will be type integer. Let's compile, let's save, and let's set this to be 1. Okay, you have to do this, otherwise the animations will not work because we will set it to be like that. Compile, save, and let's actually save all. And now let's go to the anim graph. And here on the anim graph, what we want to do, we want to go to our upper body state machine and to the locomotion. And what we want to do here on the locomotion, we want to first move this output animation pose a little bit further here, maybe even more, like that. Then we want to get from here and we want to blend poses by integer, like this. Yeah, and this old code here, we can leave it to here to the blend pose 0. And actually, one thing I will do, I will select all these and press Q to align. Now let's get our weapon in use index and let's connect it to here. And now double check that you have set this to 1, otherwise you can't see the animations because yeah, we connected these old to the 0 and the new ones will be here at the 1. Compile. Now you should see him at the T pose or like standard pose because we haven't connected anything yet. And next thing, what we want to do is we want to get a blend node, this normal blend. And let's actually get it to maybe under here. Okay, and let's promote this alpha value to be it should be called like aiming alpha, something like that, ADS alpha or aiming alpha or whatever. Okay, and then what we want to do, we want to right click, get the blend space player, I think, player, and we want to find our pistol 1 PS, like this. Let's connect this to the A. Now let's get our ground speed, which is this velocity vector length XY. Let's copy it from here, paste to here, press Q to align, always. Now let's copy. Actually, let's first check that we have the loop here working. Yes, we do have. Now let's copy all this, Control C, Control V, and paste down here and connect to the B. Let's click on the pistol 1 BS and let's change this blend space to be pistol 1 ADS PS and compile. And actually press Q to align and move a little bit further down. Compile, save. Okay, now let's copy this node, blend poses by integer and a weapon in use index, Control C. Let's go back to the upper body and let's go to the for loop. Here on the for loop, what we want to do, we want to again move this a lot further, paste the nodes that we copied, get from here, connect to the blend pose 0 and to the result. And one thing that I noticed, what I want to do, that I forgot, is let's go back to the upper body and do the locomotion. Let's set these blend times to be 0.4. And we can obviously adjust this later, but for now, they will be like that. Compile, save, and now back to the for loop and do the same thing here. 0.4, 0.4. Okay. And the next thing that we have to do is we want to, yes, blend space player, and we want to get the pistol 1 in air BS. Let's get it to here. Let's connect it to the blend pose 1. And actually, let's get it even further down. And up speed, how can we get our up speed? We will have to get our velocity, split it, and get our velocity set. That's our up speed. Simple as that. Compile, save. Okay, so now we have all the basic stuff here. Now we can actually save and we can try this. Oh, we still have the flashlight here. So what can we do about that? Let's go to the blueprints and BP player character. Let's select our flashlight and let's set its visibility to false. Compile, save. Now you can see we have the pistol on our hand. We have all the animations here working pretty nicely. Yes. So now let's create the ADS. So let's go back to the BB player character and to the event graph where we have our aim event. And here what we want to do is we want to move this aim function a little bit further like this, and we want to promote this new track 0 to a variable from the update and connect back to here and connect this back to here. And actually let's move this further up like that, and also this like this. So this new track 0 will be called aiming alpha. Okay, and one more thing that we want to do is here, after this finishes this timeline on the forward, after the aiming is set back to true, not back to, but set to the true, we want to set our can sprint to false. And also we want to call the stop sprinting function like this. And now back here on the released, we want to create a, not actually create, but let's delete this reroute. Let's get our can sprint, set it from here, and we want to set it back to true and connect this to the reverse. Okay, compile, save, and to the APP player. On the APP player, we will have to go to the event graph. Sorry, I'm checking on my other project. Yes. Here, where we have set all these variables, we want to add a few more. So we want to get from here, and we want to get the aiming alpha. Let's get it to around here, and maybe here. Double click to add a reroute to maybe here. Let's get our aiming alpha and let's set it. So yeah, compile, save, and let's see what happens. Yes, it's pretty nice. And it works. As you can see, now we can ADS. We can move, the animation play, the running animation will play. When we aim, the running will stop and we cannot run until we un-ADS. And also, yeah, I think everything is actually working pretty nicely. So yeah, I think that was all for this video. If you like what you saw, please click the like button and subscribe for more. And yeah, hope you have a great day and see you in the next one. Bye.